You ever felt like the wrong kind of black? Or a different kind of black? Your music tastes aren't black enough. Hood pass revoked. Don't worry, they'll understand me when I finally get to Japan. They won't. In fact, they'll be more confused than the people back home. Because in their eyes, a black man's supposed to be able to dunk. Or maybe even be in a gang. But you don't do either of those things, do you? Neither do I. You know what? You'll just be an alternative black person that doesn't understand their basketball references.
Can I have your passport, please?
Here you go.
No. Oop me. Oh, okay. Oh, Kobe! Oh, thanks.
Growing up in high school, people would tell me, "Oh, Richard, you're so articulate." And I was like, "Thank you. I mean, we're in the same English class, so you should be articulate too." It was only later that I realized that was code for you sound more intelligent than the average black guy. Spectacles. And I'm not going to pretend like there's not a stereotypical accent associated with white people versus black people. Like, we're all aware of what talking black is and what talking white is. The fact that there is a stereotype is inherently problematic. I just believe that people are a product of their own environment. Now, although my environment consisted mainly of divorced middle-class white women, I'm still black. If I turn off the sound, do I look white? So I grew up in a mainly white suburban area. That's in West London. Not because we could afford it, but because my mom sacrificed everything that she had. All my neighbors were white, but I went to public school. People from all races, all backgrounds. I only started to realize how different I was when I hit college. The first day induction, where people are new and none of the students know each other, but naturally they stick to what they're familiar with, right? The blacks kind of group with the blacks, the whites group with the whites. Well, in my case, I didn't fit into either group. The blacks initially welcomed me into their group. They're like, yo, what are you saying? Come sit next to us, bro. What are you saying? What's your name, fam? And as soon as I open my mouth to speak, you can see their facial expression change as if they made a horrible mistake.
Are those Beyblades?
Like, I imagine it was like biting into what you thought was a chocolate-filled donut and then realizing it was custard. And then you're like, it's fine, I'm not complaining, but I'm not going to have another one. As a teen, I didn't care. I was funny enough to fit in with the whites, funny enough to fit in with the blacks. I didn't see race. I was just quirky. I experimented with my hair. I straightened it. I had a freaking quiff. I had the emo swoop. Some would say it was fatherless behavior. I would say they were right. People are surprised that I'm comfortable sharing these pictures, but I actually think they're hilarious. It makes me all the more proud. I'm able to see exactly where I was and how far I've come. But back then, it's not that I didn't want to be black. I didn't feel like my race had to hold me back, if that made sense. I didn't feel like just because I have curly hair does not mean I can't have straight hair. So why can't I have platinum blonde hair, but like a black version of it? After I got older, I started to realize, okay, you're doing a little bit too much now. It's, you are black at the end of the day. Let's go for something a little bit more natural. I was the class clown.
I'm trapped in the freezer. Maybe if I call out for miles, you can hear my jackal call.
I would rollerblade to class. I could speak Japanese. Like, I was different. And that's what made me interesting enough for people to kind of, gravitate towards me. But what I realize in hindsight now is none of them really claimed me. Not the whites, not the blacks, not the nerds. Actually, the nerds claimed me, but I needed a break from them every once in a while. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was one of the cooler nerds. But as I left college, 19 onwards, you start to yearn for something more, like a place of belonging, a community. And I realized, damn, black people don't relate to me and white people can't. And I was raised by a culturally white mum as well, because she's actually Serbian. So that's where my name comes from, Tomic. Majmunejedan. If you know, you know. That just adds more to the pile, I'm black, but I'm technically white at the same time. The funny thing is, though, the most hurtful things that had been said were by black people. Or maybe it hurt a little bit more because it came from them. Oreo, Bounty, coconut, chocolate dipped vanilla ice cream. While they all sound like a tasty assortment of light refreshments, it hurts. I really want to get this message across, is when you say stuff like that, you're taking someone's identity away from them. And it's a lot more powerful than you realize. All I'm saying is, don't marginalize and stereotype your own people and then be upset when white people follow suit. Don't preach about diversity within the black community if you're not ready to accept diversity within the black community.
I think that I've got the right to know if we should fight for this or if you would try to. Cause somehow I still like to.
When I moved to Japan, I dated a few girls. Certain girls were into the whole hip hop thing. They liked black guys because they liked the aesthetic. And some of them were like, oh, you're not really like the black I was expecting. And I'm just like, what do you mean? And they were just like, oh, you got a different flavor. Like, you're not like the black that I've seen on MTV. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess so. But I mean, does that matter? And they were like, yeah, a little bit. As soon as I got back from Japan, like I said, my mum moved from West London. She couldn't stay in the place anymore because she couldn't afford it. So I ended up moving in with my dad's side of the family. Now, I didn't grow up with my dad or his side of the family, but my auntie was kind enough to let me live with her. And she lives in South London area. So right now I live in what some people consider to be the hood, in a council flat. It's completely different to West London. I've been here for the last 5-6 years. So that's allowed me to kind of embrace a culture that I didn't grow up with. When I went to the freaking barbershop in the hood, I still had like semi-relaxed hair. The barbers, the way they looked at me, rascal, what he bamba. Give me the check, give me the check, give me the check. Shout out my barber, Kellen Cut. That's when I first met him. I've never gone to another barber since. Actually, no, I cheated on him once. I'm sorry, Kellen, but you were off. I had to do it. I had that interview with the pyramid scheme. Do you remember? The unfortunate thing though that I've noticed living in around more, black guys from South London, these are the more stereotypical black guys, right? I noticed that they box themselves in for more reasons than the obvious. They feel like they need to stick to these stereotypes. Tough, aloof, stoic. And you've got a great voice, make a love song once in a while. They're like, no, I can't make no love songs, fam. Nah, that's wet, fam. That's wet. Oh no, I can't be talking about my depression, fam. Can't be talking about my depression. I sing about depression all the time.
I just had a long cry. It's been a fortnight. All these meds got me lying.
I don't blame them. As I said, they're a product of their environment. And if their environment consists of, other people who share the same mindset, then, what can you do? That's made me grateful for being able to grow up in a place where, I was able to be a little bit more open-minded, a bit more eccentric. And even though I got mistaken as being gay quite a few times, I'd say it was worth it. So on the flip side, even though I might not fit into someone's definition of what it means to be a black man, I can say that I'm glad that I don't fit into that box. Deciding to be more than my race has allowed me to achieve more than I ever expected to achieve. I don't have to limit myself. I can take inspirations from whoever I want to take inspirations from. So long as I don't straighten my hair and get a quiff again, I can appreciate white music. I can appreciate black music. I can mesh them together and I can create music that I'm ultimately proud of. Making the choice to be okay with not belonging anywhere is okay. If you find those that will accept you as their own, no matter who they are, white, black, Asian, a dog, take it. However, the best thing you can do for yourself is being okay with not belonging anywhere. It's probably the hardest thing to do, but it's so powerful. So powerful. Now, if this video has reached its target audience, and you're willing to take one word of advice from me, I would say, live. Yo, what y'all doing while we out here grinding? What y'all doing while we out here grinding? Yo, check it. We got original series Drasil S. We got original series Dronzer F in red. Damn, I swear they only made like 5 of these in the world. I swear on my mama, we've been working, we've been grinding. What y'all doing? Y'all is on your ass. We got Heavy Metal System. We got Gaia Dragoon from season 3, Beyblade G Revolution. Shit, check all this shit. I don't cap about none of this shit. I'm really about that shit. Done put that nail polish on so the stickers are durable. We got a real durable shit. This shit don't expire, dog. Look, you hear that fully functioning engine gear, dog. What? What? What y'all saying? All you haters saying that this shit fake. This shit ain't fake. This shit ain't fake. That's the real Takara Hasbro shit, dog.